Okay, welcome to the Lowdown podcast. This week I've got a very special guest with me. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, thanks for having me on the podcast. My name is Jack Davies, I'm 16 years old and I'm a student at Fairway School, which is in Fort Wellington.
Thank you, Jack. Now, I remember meeting you some time ago now, was it 2-3 years ago when you first came to Swanwick School?
Yeah.
You've lost your Scouse accent a little bit. I mean, you sounded a bit more Scouse when I met you.
A little bit, still there. Yeah.
So, the reason you're on this week is we're doing a special on mental health, and you very generously have come forward with a bit of a story. Is that right? So would you like to tell us a little bit more about that?
So last year I struggled with my mental health a lot during lockdown. I am sure most of you listening did as well. I really struggled a lot with my mental health towards the end of last year. I was tasered by the police, and the only option for my safety and others was for the police to section me under the Mental Health Act. I was in a 136 holding cell for just under 2 weeks because they couldn't find me a bed in the hospital. Then it was decided that they would put me in a hospital called Austin House until they could find me a bed at the Priory Hospital. I'm sure a lot of you know about the Priory Hospital. A lot of celebrities go there for rehabilitation and also when they're struggling with their own mental health.
So, Jack, that must have been really, really scary.
Yeah, it was, but I've been sectioned once or twice before, so I was kind of used to it, but being at the Priory was nothing like I've experienced before. It was horrible.
I mean, are you happy to talk about any of the behaviours that led up to that, or it's just your script and you want to keep your story?
So before I got tasered and sectioned, obviously I was drinking a lot to try, because I was hearing voices. So I was drinking to try to get rid of the voices, and that was just making it worse. And I was uncontrollable, and then the last resort was to tase me and section me. But in the long run, I think it helped me a lot.
Okay, and this 136 holding cell, I don't know what that is. Would you mind telling me a bit more about that?
So when you get arrested, the police put you in a normal police cell, and then they obviously have the phone calls, and then when they find out if you're being sectioned, they take you to a 136 suite, which is a place of safety. It's a holding cell, and you're only meant to be in there for 24 hours. But because it was lockdown and everyone was struggling with their mental health a lot more than usual, I was in there for 2 weeks.
And is there a specialist is that still staffed by the police?
No, that's staffed by a company called Secure Care.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, thank you, because I didn't know what that was, so I just thought I'd asked. So you were looked after there then in that 2 weeks?
Yeah. Luckily I was allowed to use my vape and stuff, but then when I got to the hospital it wasn't allowed, so I was on patches and that was really hard.
Okay. Nicotine patches.
Yeah.
And then you went to the Priory.
Yeah. Well,
is that near the New Forest?
Yeah. The Priory Hospital was not a nice place because there was some very unwell patients in there, but on the positive side, the food was amazing.
So what sort of food was it?
Anything you wanted, they'd cook from scratch. They're really good chefs in there as well.
What is your favourite food out of interest?
Probably squid, Indian.
Squid?
Yeah.
I like enchiladas. You like enchiladas?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. Anything with melted cheese, I think, is my weakness. Oh, okay, so the food was good. So that was 2 weeks in there. Then how long were you in the Priory for?
Just under a month. No, I got sectioned in November. I was let out, I think it was the 21st, but I should have been in there till the 24th of December, but they let me out a bit early because I was really good and got better quickly.
Okay, and that was with meds and...
Yeah, meds and the right treatment.
And anything else that kept you going in there? What else did you do to cope?
The one thing that kept me going while I was in hospital was music. I also started writing some of my own in there, and now I'm a rapper. If you'd like to check out my music, my Instagram is Jack2Drippy. I personally think music is one of the best ways to express yourself and to let your feelings and emotions out, which some of you could also agree with me.
Oh, definitely. I think music's so important. What's your sort of favourite sort of music that you listen to?
I do like a bit of drum and bass,
Mhm.
but usually just rap music, to be fair.
Excellent. So you talk about getting this down and to help you with your emotions and how you're feeling.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do that? Is it pen and paper?
In school I use pen and paper because you're not allowed to use your phones, but usually when I'm not in school I just do it on my notes on my mobile.
Excellent. So you've got a lot that you've already written down?
Yeah, what was it? Just today alone I've wrote 12 songs already, and it's only, 10 to 3, which is crazy.
That's prolific stuff, that is.
Yeah.
So, so what sort of stuff have you been writing about then?
Just feelings, emotions, struggles I've gone through in my life, and yeah.
So could we hear some? I mean, maybe not today. Have you got anything you could email me or?
Surely I could write something up for everyone, yeah.
That'd be
Of
great.
course.
That'd be really, really good. So, on reflection then, like looking back,
Yeah.
what?
Looking back on my time at hospital, it really helped me. I was able to get my medication sorted, and I came home a changed man. Once again, thanks for having me on this podcast and letting me share my story.
No, honestly, Jack, it's so good that you've come on, and you took me by surprise. It's our second week of getting together, and when you said to me last week you really wanted to share your story,
Yeah.
I was really, really pleased. But like you said, you're not really one for talking, so
No.
thank you for coming in and sharing your story.
Pleasure. Hopefully this didn't trigger any of you, and I hope that none of you have to go through this horrible experience. And remember, it's always okay not to be okay.
No, absolutely. Now, Jack, thanks again, and we'll definitely have you on very soon.
Yeah.
And I really, really want people to hear your music.
Yeah.
And hopefully when the lockdown eases,
Yeah.
hopefully come back in and maybe do some group stuff. I mean, would you be interested in doing some live music stuff or just rehearsing with other young people?
Of course, and I can teach people things I know, which can help them improve their music as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I'd love to know more about just rhyming and rapping.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's a great skill you've got there, and
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear your stuff.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, thank you, Jack. Cheers, mate.
Everything's gonna be okay, ain't nobody hit my line today. Like to feel okay, but it's cool on my tongue, I don't feel no pain. Cause when I die, it's me on my jack in that grave. It's the same bros crying, I ain't lying, I'm always crying. I got all this pain, always lost in my thoughts. Like why I gotta live this way, why I gotta live this way. But it's a mix of love and hate when I pick up this pain. Got blood running through my veins, and slowly these feelings fade away. One day I'm gonna be okay, but I'm that nice guy. Got pain in my eyes, don't push my buttons, that's word of advice. I was sectioned in November, I'll always remember. They let me out in December, now I'm winning. Don't chat shit like Skendo, you know I'm from the ends, bro.